A few weeks ago, my wife was at a gig. She plays in a pop string quartet, so like weddings and other functions and breweries and wineries and stuff like that. And an older couple approached the entire group and asked if they knew anyone that could use a banjo. And in the case was this 1932 Bacon and Day Special No. 2, which is a tenor banjo. Really old, beautiful one that's in great shape. I guess they had bought it from the original owner's grandson up in Hudson, New York, and then eventually when they moved down to western Pennsylvania, they brought it with them, and it's been hanging on their wall since about the 70s. So it's been hardly played. It has the original frets, and it's in great shape. And they were just trying to find someone to pass it on to, another musician that would use it. So I'm really fortunate to have come across this, and I know I'm going to get a lot of use out of it. For years, the banjo I used was a 1970s K, which was a decent instrument. I got it for $50 on Craigslist years ago, and it worked well. I passed that along to someone else when I got this thing, and I've been loving this. Right now I have it in an Irish tenor tuning. So a tenor banjo, if you don't know, is essentially tuned in fifths like a violin or a viola would be. So a typical tenor banjo tuning would be CGDA, same as a viola. Irish tenor would be down a fourth from that, so GDAE, like an octave mandolin down an octave, or a violin down an octave. And these instruments were kind of made so that the player that played a mandolin or violin back then could play a harmonic like a chordal instrument such as this. Pretty easy. So typically this type of instrument is used in traditional jazz styles, so like 1920s and 30s swing, like New Orleans era jazz. And so I have gotten a lot of use out of it in that context, but the nice thing about this scale length, I believe it's 19 inches, is that you can tune it to an Irish tenor tuning. If you put slightly thicker strings on it, you can put it at the typical tenor tuning. And if you pick a gauge that's kind of somewhere in between, you can kind of float between either of those. Obviously, in the Irish tenor tuning, it's going to be like the string tension's pretty low. You can hear, but I think it has a cool sound. You can also take it up to a plectrum tuning, which is the same as the bottom four strings on a guitar. So like the D, G, B, and E strings, and I've used it like that already too. I had the music for the first cello suite floating around, so I just decided to pull it out and see if I could put it together on this instrument. I've been really digging it lately. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, maybe subscribe to the channel. There's a playlist down in the description that I'm going to link, and this is a playlist just filled with all types of acoustic guitar, acoustic instrument gear demos, pickups, string comparisons, and stuff like that, helping you get the best sound out of your acoustic instrument. So maybe check that out if you're interested, and I'll see you in the next video.